Guys, is this thing on?
Oh, shut up. Whatever.
Presenting the Dead Eye Overshare podcast.
Just say it.
What is up, besties? It is your host, Zoe, and I'm back with another freaking episode on the Did I Overshare podcast today. So happy to see you guys and talk to you today. If you are new, what the fuck is up? I'm Zoe, of course. This is my podcast. And if you're not new, welcome the fuck back. I don't know. So yeah, manifesting that, I'm talking on brand new devices. I have a brand new mic in my hand, brand new headphones. Everything is great. Everything is smooth sailing. And my audio doesn't sound like shit. Right? Okay. But I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope everything's going good, because what the fuck has been up with this weather? Can we talk about it? I don't know what the fuck is in the air. And also, if you are in North Carolina right now, what is up with the pollen? Like, I've never dealt with this, and it's insane. Thank God I don't have seasonal allergies. Like, sometimes I get a little sniffy, but I do not have seasonal allergies, and bless, because I just feel like when I'm walking outside and my car is covered in yellow shit, I would lose it, right? But nonetheless, today's episode is the internet blocks authenticity, TTTT, right? And do we know what I mean by this? Because are we in denial, or are we accepting the fact that the internet really does block our authenticity? And, for a long time, maybe still a little bit today, I catch myself being fooled. I catch myself clinging to these, little micro trends, and, how social media wants everything to look. And usually when I catch myself doing it, I really have to force myself to snap out of it. But the first thing I want to talk about is trends, and how trends block authenticity the most, in my opinion. I think, like, in modern day, especially with women, because I feel like we're just pushed with so much shit. Like, so much shit is pushed at us at once. Especially going into a recession, that makes it even worse, because why the fuck are we expected to hold up appearances and get all this new fancy cool shit, right? When it's like, we don't need to be doing that. And I do fall victim. I love a new product. I'm such a product whore. Like, you should see my fucking bathroom. And I don't think it's easier because I work at fucking Ulta, but oh my gosh, I fall victim to every new fucking product and, review. I'm gonna be honest, I do. But trends can block authenticity because, like, all we see is people influencing things, right? Influencers are the new hot thing. Everybody wants to influence. And I think maybe it's my way of thinking, like, people like free shit, right? But it gets to the point where you're like, do we not care about our health? Like, do we not care about the state of the fucking world? Why do you have that much fucking PR? And why, I think in my head, I'm like, why would you want that much PR? Now, granted, not to say that from a point where it's like, I would love free shit. Everybody would love free shit, right? But it gets to a point. It gets to a point where overconsumption is a thing. And it's just like, now you're influencing everybody to have this much shit. When in reality, we could be getting ourselves out of debt. And that is the issue I have with myself. I really do. I love a good makeup video where she's saying her new products or body care or just shit like that. But with influencing on the rise and so many people wanting to be influencers, I think we see even more of it nowadays because, I mean, they're getting paid to review. So we have to watch the review. We're the watchers. We're the target audience. So, I mean, they're doing their job effectively. They're doing it right? But how is that affecting us? How is what we are consuming on the internet affecting us? And how can you become cooler if you have this, right? Like, how can you become cooler if you cling to every trend? Which, granted, not every trend's bad. I don't think trends are bad per se. I think they can help you find who you really are, which I'm going to talk about. But I do think there is a thing where it's like we cling to micro trends, but we buy so much bulk and shit like that, and then we forget about it a month later, right? And now we're not using any of these clothes, we're not using any of these products, and they're just sitting, taking up space, and just waste money. So you really need to invest, honestly. So it takes away from things we might actually find and buy that corresponds to us and our likes, Many of these trends are short-lived and quickly go out of style. So now you bought this item, you're trying to fit in, but suddenly it's not cool anymore. So now you're just stuck with it. Rather than when you find something randomly or you shop intentionally or just see something that you love and then you end up keeping it for years. Like, do we all have that item or certain products that we just always will go back to, and we have these certain clothing items that we've had for years, but it's still cunt. Like, the shirt is still tea, the jeans are still tea. Like, I might have thrifted that 5 years ago, but I still fuck with that. It's items like that that I feel like we need to pay more attention to rather than these, it's only trending for a moment, and I'm never going to wear this again. Like, what in my right mind? I'm only wearing this because it's cool. I'm not wearing it because I genuinely like it. Okay? Now, I think us as women, as a society, and it works. I'm going to say it works. Consumerism has pushed us to fall for everything that's fucking cute. Oh, it's cutesy. It's cute. It's cute. Because it's fucking cute. Yes. Do we need it? And that is what I have to tell myself every day. Like, and I don't think I fall victim, of course, because I work in Ulta, and I think that's the only reason I fall for that, because I never would walk in Ulta before that. But where I get attacked the most for this is like if I walk into Home Goods or TJ Maxx, I'm like, oh, that would be cute as fuck in my house. So I literally will walk around the whole Target and I'll pick up multiple things and put it all in my cart. And then I get to the end and I'm like, do I actually like any of this shit? And then I only end up leaving with like 2 items that I genuinely love, which I think that's a healthy process for me because I'm able to, reflect on what the fuck I have and what I'm doing. But I think they're really trying to get us, and they have us as women by the balls when it comes to cute shit. They do. But we need to remember, is it authentic? Is it something we genuinely like? Like, are we going to keep this? Are we going to have it a year from now and still fuck with it? For real? Like, but rather than when you just find something randomly and you just see something that you love and you end up keeping it for years, like I said, because it never goes out of style for you, because that's what you like. It's authentic to you. It makes sense to you. That's your personal brand, right? And I feel like we've heard a lot on social media. Some of you guys may have, some of you may not. But when it comes to your personal brand, and then you're letting this other woman or like this TikTok show you on how your personal brand is supposed to look, that makes no sense. Because how are you preaching me a personal brand and you're telling me how mine should look? You need to make your own personal brand. You need to realize and try to find what the fuck makes you you. Now, not every trend takes away from authenticity. Some bring you closer to it, honestly, because exploration breeds creativity. And I don't think people realize that, because when they talk about it, I feel like they only talk about the cons, the negative part. But exploration breeds creativity. You have to explore. You have to fish things out. You have to realize what you like, what you don't like, what you want to test, and shit like that. It's just when it comes to it, how much of our resources are we putting into this? Like, I'll see people, just because it's a trend, I'm going to spend $500 on this whole, like, when it came to bows, right? We're going to do bows, or like Hello Kitty. It's trending, so I'm going to spend like over $1,000 and $500 on this because I fuck with it. Rather than, okay, let me get a couple items. Let's see if I fuck with it. Let's see if this makes me me. Now it gets to the point where you're like, okay, if this really is me, now I can go spend all that money. Now I can really invest into this, right? You need to be able to fish out and determine what is really for you, what speaks to you, what gives you, bitch. Like, when you look at yourself, what vibe do you want to give? And I'm not talking about the vibe you see on social media with the cool girls, the it girls, or yada, yada, yada. I'm talking you, the vibe for you. And I think one of the biggest trends that impacted us as a society was the clean girl aesthetic, okay? And so many of us tried to have that clean girl aesthetic, and it just didn't work. But also, that motherfucking aesthetic is expensive as fuck. You guys are spending $300 on a 2-piece Lulu set? Girl. Absolutely fuck not. Absolutely fuck. And that's me personally. I'm not judging you if you have it, because, bitch, if you got some Lulu, put some Lulu on your butt. Lululemon. Because what the fuck? T. Like, what? But we're not supposed to support them. But that's not my business. That's not my business. I don't support them. But I am just going to say, like, certain things, certain aesthetics are expensive as fuck. So if you really feel like this is you, if you are that gym top girl, if you are this, clean girl, okay, embrace it. And if you pull it off, girl, that's you. And if you feel most connected with it, do that. Or if you feel more drawn to the eclectic style, right? Or earthy, or, alt, goth, like so many different things. Find a style that fits you. Now, I'm not saying that it's bad to, jump between 90 different things. That's normal. Like I said, exploration breeds creativity. But you also need to, think about the resources you're putting into this. Are you going full blast into a trend for 2 months and spend so much fucking money on it to never touch it again? That's pointless in my opinion, right? Do something that you really connect to. Find a style that you really fucking connect to. And if you don't have anything you connect to right now, keep exploring, keep looking. And I think that is one thing that, trends are really beautiful for doing that. It brings so much, like I said, exploration. I can try 90 different things, bitch, and I just find out which one I really like. So a trend could introduce you to a style or item that you love and caters to you. But the key point in this whole episode is so many of us care what our lives look like and not what they feel like. Hear me again. So many of us care what our lives look like and not what they feel like. And queen, I am victim. I think to a certain extent, I do believe look good, feel good. I do believe that. But it gets to a point where it's like, maybe our bills aren't paid, but we're going to go spend it on this new trend. Girl, be comfortable in your house. If you need some staples, get you some staple items. Rotate them the fuck out. Wear it till you drop, bitch. But especially in the times we are in nowadays, I feel like it is important to grasp this because we are losing so much of our money on bullshit. We are losing so much of our money on bullshit. If you are not comfortable in your life, how can you possibly be comfortable within yourself? Okay? But even in relationships and friendships, we are fed this image of how our relationship is supposed to look and feel. And we tend to get discouraged. I like to say we. Sometimes I'm talking about me. But I think we as a society. So if you don't relate, that's okay. But we're fed this image of how our relationship is supposed to look and feel. And we tend to get discouraged when it doesn't look like this. And I've seen it lead to breakups and multiple issues in friendships. Nothing is picture perfect, and you cannot 100% replicate everything either. You need your own mind at the end of the day, so discernment is extremely important. Please do some research on discernment because you need it in so many different areas of your life, but the internet is especially one of them. Know when you are consuming too much media and conforming to random ass things. And let me hit on the relationship part, okay? So we see so many picturesque relationships on social media where this man is catering to him and, he has 1 million of flowers that he's dropping off to her house every day. So now we're mad at our man and we're like, oh, what the fuck? Why don't I have this? But you didn't take in to realize the grown-ass job these two people have, how their love is extremely different, how your partner may love you differently, and that maybe you haven't communicated that. Or, so many different things you have to really realize. And you have to realize if I'm happy in my relationship and I hold on, well, I catch myself doing this with Michi. Sometimes, not anymore, but I remember, especially when we were in high school, I did this a lot. When I was in a relationship, I thought our relationship was failing. I thought our relationship was lacking because what I was seeing on social media wasn't happening in my life. It wasn't happening in real life. So I was like, oh, does he not love me? Is this not real? Why is she being loved like this? And behind the scenes, they break up. You have to know what your love looks like in real life. This is real life. Not everything's glamorized. Love goes through bullshit. Love goes through good shit, bad shit, all kind of shit. Right? So we have to realize that and think about the moments when love has been so good to you. Does it feel like that movie that you just seen? Or does it feel like that video you just seen on TikTok? No, it might not be 100% accurate. It might not be 100% what you want. But you have to look at where you're at in life. Are you grateful for it? Do you love the love you have? Is it something you question? Or is it simply because you are seeing, you are getting fed this media and it is warping your fucking mind, right? This is what we expect we have. Or I always used to feel this way when it came to like, you know, friendships and shit. Like, you would see all these friendships on TikTok and be like, oh, why don't I have a friend group like this? Why don't I have a girl best friend like this? Why don't I have this, that. So much different shit. Take in the real factors of your life. These people are probably falling out behind scenes. Like, you know, they're probably not even real friends. You got a real ass bitch in your corner. They don't even know, they don't really know about each other for real. You really have to realize a lot of shit on social media is surface level. And you need to find comfort in your relationships without comparing it to social media, like, at all. You need to be able to do that. Like I said, discernment, and you need to find balance, okay? You need your own mind. Like, I will keep saying that you need your own mind, because we scroll and we scroll and we scroll. And a lot of it is fake news. A lot of it is bullshit. A lot of it is good, though. Like, social media is good. Like, some shit, like, people really talk down on social media. Social media has a lot of power, but power comes with good and bad. So it's really just what you're feeding to yourself, what your algorithm is, and, you know, that discernment, like I said. Like, people cannot even have real life conversations or situations anymore. Like, everything is fabricated, to be honest. And I think one thing that I've been seeing recently on social media that kind of bugs me in a way, just because I feel so bad for these mothers that are going through it, is like, when a woman is so happy. Like, for me personally, I didn't see many comments for her, but, like, I don't know if y'all know who Dayana Williamson is, but the Williamsons RT, like, I love them, down, okay? She's pregnant again with twins. And, like, I would see some comments where they're like, oh, congratulations. And it's like, you would see, like, I would see that on every page where a woman was pregnant. And mind you, she was fucking ecstatic. Like, oh, they were trying to get pregnant for years, or they were trying to get pregnant for months, and they really wanted this baby, yada, yada, yada. And here these bitches are in the fucking comments like, oh, condolences. Oh, I'm so sorry for you, queen. Like, yada, yada, yada. We have to realize this is fucking social media. Why would you fix your lips and say that? Why? If you see her happy as fuck, you know she's been trying to have a kid. Why would you say that? I understand shit might be funny and shit might be a trend. Not everything's funny, because you will get your ass beat in real life. Please. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize that when commenting and, you know, going about social media. A lot of people are bullies. Like, as fuck. Like, people are mean as fuck on social media, but won't bust a grape in person. So you have to also take that in. If you are the one doing this commenting and you might think it's funny, yada, 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 you need to realize you do not know these people. And that goes with everything. You don't know these influencers that you're watching. You don't know these people going on these brand trips. You don't know these people doing your cooking videos. You don't know any of these fucking people. So please, be surface level. You don't know who they idolize, their political affiliation. Like, you don't know any of that shit. So people, I think you just need to understand that you do not know these people. These are not your friends. This is not your family. And you can't, I don't know. I just feel like social media is a crazy fucking place. I love it though. Like, I love social media. And sometimes, like, I love how messy it can be. But it gets to a point. It gets to a point when we need to go outside and touch some grass. We need to have real world interactions. And I think I experience it a lot because I work in retail. So I have a lot of young women come up to me, well, I'm a young woman. What the fuck does that mean? I'll have a lot of men and women and so many other people come up to me. And some shit's just very out of touch. And I'm just like, sigh, what the mark? Oh, hello. So it's like shit like that. I feel like I want us collectively as a community to realize social media is not real. When are we going to find our authentic selves? When are we going to find how we really act? You know, the demons we may fight. You know, our ghosts. Do some shadow work with the good parts of ourselves, what we like, what we want to change, our style, our ways of thinking, and how we learn. There's so many different things I feel like we need to take into accountability. Wait, no, consideration. I don't know why I said accountability. When talking about social media. Social media can also kill your confidence, goals, and aspirations simply for the fact, and I think where I've felt this the most is that I'm a 20-year-old woman, okay? And when I see other 20-year-old women on social media, they're buying their first house, they're in this high rise, they're driving a BMW, and so many different things. So I get in this negative spot in my head when I consume too much of this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing enough. I'm literally in debt. My car is a 2009, barely works. She's beautiful. I hope my car knows she is beautiful. And so many other different things where I'm like, I'm not living like them. I don't have this. I don't have these resources. And I am a 20-year-old woman. I have so much more life to live. I do not need to compare myself to her because she's in a different spot. Granted, she may have had help, you know, and I didn't take that into consideration. But she also may have not have. But she's in a different spot than I am. I have to realize where I'm at is where I'm at, and I need to be okay with that. And I am normal. There are so many people out there in this world that are just like me and are normal. And, you know, I don't have Louis V yet. And, you know, you might have got it, because it really did bother me. I'm not gonna lie. I was low-key a hater when I was still in high school and these freshmen were coming in. And, bitch, when it came to prom and shit, they're decked out in red bottoms and shit. I'm like, who the fuck? Bitch. Fuck is you? Okay, big baller. I actually love that for you if you are there. I love that for you. Just know I'm not hating on you. I was more so salty in my own mind. But I think I just had to really accept my place in life. You know, accept the situation that was handed to me, accept how I make my situation and what I'm grateful for and everything that goes on. And I feel like a lot of more people need to do that, because this is where we can find us falling into these uncomfortable cycles and these micro trends and so much like that, because we want to be cooler. We want to be like that, the shit. Like we want people to see us and be like, oh, yeah, her. You can do that while still being yourself. When you see those people who are truly them fucking selves, you know. And you see them and you're like, ooh, she see. And a lot of the times people don't like their authentic self. And instead of, you know, trying to figure out why and trying to explore, they tend to cling to short-lived trends, like I said, or ways of living that make us feel better, but we've never healed the real issue. So it's like, there's always going to be those skeletons in the back of my closet that I never really figured out. Why do I not like my authentic self? Why do I have no sense of style? Why do I have no sense of thought? Like, why can't I think for myself? Yada, yada, yada. Because all I consume is other people telling me how to think. Now, you can do that, but you also need to have a healthy relationship with yourself and how you think and how you want to think and how you want to perceive the world. And you can tell when someone's being their authentic self, like I said. They're way more straightforward and unapologetic about who they are and what they do. And I think when I first seen this, like somebody who was like this, it was my best friend, her name was Jordan. I seen it with her because she's very fucking much herself. Like, she's outspoken about what the fuck she doesn't like, what she does like. She's her to a fucking T. And I think I admire that so much. And it's helped me become myself in a way. It's helped me realize, okay, it's okay if I do this. This is me at the end of the day. If you gonna like it or you gonna love it. Like, that's it. That's it. And I think it's good to be around people like that. You want to find people who know themselves in and out. Granted, she is 31. Like, she's had more time than me to figure out. And she might not know who she is 100%, but she's more fucking close than I fucking am. And it's inspiring to see that, truly. It truly is. Like, when you see somebody wholeheartedly doing what the fuck they want to do, not a care in the world. Okay? So, overall, we can see in many different ways how social media can really damage our authenticity. Cut it, bitch. Overall. So, overall, we can see in different ways, if we really think about it, how social media can really damage authenticity over time, but also how it can build it. Because we got one side and we got the other side. We just really need to learn how to navigate where we want to be in life. You know, what's actually happening? How is my life actually being affected? Okay? So that is your homework for tonight, okay? I want you to sit with yourself. Realize what's for you, what's not for you, what you do like. If you do like these trends, like them. If you don't like these certain trends, don't. Find out who you are. Find out the real you. I'm on this journey. I hope you can join me, for real. But that is it for today's episode. I loved you guys so much, and I'm so sorry it's being uploaded late. I had a migraine after work and took a little nap. Okay. I love you guys so much. Thank you, and follow Did I Overshare on Instagram and TikTok. And I'm active on both. So, love you guys so much.